Good morning, guys. Today we're going to clean out the ash from my wood boiler right behind me.
Wanna see the light. I'm so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try.
Now this is my Central Boiler Classic with the insulated cast iron door CL6048. And I have not cleaned out the ash since I turned it on about maybe a month and a half ago. And the ash is quite a few inches. You're gonna see once I open it up. Now this is my firebox, and you see me throw a lot of wood in there in the past, and the firebox is surrounded by 400 gallons of water. So we got water in the bottom, water on the sides, and water above. Now what happens is that when there is too much ash, it acts as an insulator and it prevents the wood from heating the water below it. So yeah, you don't want that much ash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove most of that ash. I've been burning a lot of pine lately. I've been saving my hardwood for January and February and March when it's colder. And obviously all that pine creates a lot of ash, not a whole lot of coals. So I'm going to remove most of it, clean out the inside of my firebox, clean out the creosote, I should say, and then fill it up with wood again. So when you do this, make sure to use a metal can like this. And I'm going to use this rake tool to move all the coals to the back of the firebox, and then I'm going to start cleaning out the ash. And once I'm done, I'm going to bring out the coals to the front again. And as you can see, it's quite high. But look at those coals. Look at that. So what I've been doing these days, I've been adding about 80% softwood and 20% hardwood. I'm saving most of my hardwood, like I said, for the very colder months. The softwood like pine really doesn't create a whole lot of coals like you see there. That's mostly hardwood. Alright, so to the back you go. Oh yeah, it feels very hot from here. I'll probably end up filling this metal can maybe twice. And I'm going to throw it behind my property, but I'm going to save a lot of this for my garden. I've been using ash from my boiler to use on my raised beds every year. And guys, make sure to use a respirator. This stuff is nasty. You don't want to inhale all that smoke. And now I'm going to use this tool, hole looking tool, to clean the creosote around the door and the walls of the boiler. I only removed one can of ash, So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the coals to the front of the firebox. Look at that, blue flames. You see that one all the way in the back and to the left? Blue flames. Never seen that before. Alright guys, so I am done. I only removed 1 can of ash and I'm happy with it. I also cleaned out the walls from creosote, and now the heat can transfer more evenly onto the water jacket below the coals and the wood that's burning. And obviously the heat is also going to transfer better to the walls and the ceiling above because it has a lot less creosote than before. I didn't do a perfect job. I just did as best as I could because it was super hot. And talking about heat, by the way, I'm kind of disappointed with the weather up here in Saratoga County, New York. We live in upstate New York, and the weather these days has been kind of warm. I mean, probably record warm. Like today is in the 40s. Let me show you. Today is what, the 28th of December, and it's 47 degrees. It should be down to upper 20s, you know, 25 to 30, but no, it's a record 47, and we haven't been getting any snow. We did, all right, Jefe, we did get some snow mid-December, early to mid-December, when the temperatures were lower, but all of a sudden it just skyrocketed. My wife kind of likes this weather. I don't. I like the super cold. I like the snow. I like the ice. That's when I come out every day and play. So it is what it is, right? I can't change it. But if I had the chance to move to Alaska or northern Canada, I probably would. I know my wife is not going to want to hear this. Okay, Jefe, I'm recording a video. They're probably asking for snacks. Yeah, every time they see me outside, you hear that? They start crowing, all of them. And I want to mention today that a friend of mine, Charlie, passed away a couple of days ago. He was a Navy friend. And here's a picture of him. I met Charlie back in 1985 at a PCA school. It was a military school for military postal clerks. He's in the middle. An Air Force classmate was on the left of the picture, and obviously I'm on the right. Like I said, I was only 21, 1985. And Charlie was a great friend. I met him in school, and he was outgoing. He was very charismatic. And yeah, he did some things that I will never do, but they were funny. I think we spent about 2 months in school, and almost every day, you know, if I wasn't hanging out with Air Force girls, then I was hanging out with him. And yeah, it was a military school for all services. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, postal clerks, they all went to the same school. Fort Benjamin Harrison, Indiana. Probably the best school ever, at least for me. And Charlie was stationed at the time on the USS Iwo Jima. He had a different rate, but he was converting to postal clerk, and that's why I met him there at school. And I was on a frigate on the USS Thomas C. Hart. And once we finished school, we returned to our ships. His ship was also stationed at the Norfolk Naval Base, and as like mine. And about a year later, we met on the piers. And I mentioned to him that I will be leaving my ship in 1987. He spoke to his detailer, and the detailer made his transfer happen to my ship. I think it was about 2 to 3 weeks before I left. And because I was on a small ship, I was the single postal clerk on that ship. I had pretty much independent duty, and he wanted that too. Unfortunately, he passed at the age of 57. Only 3 days ago, on the 25th of December. And yeah, Charlie was the one that also gave me my first Navy flight jacket, a real genuine Navy flight jacket. I don't know where he got it from, wink wink, But yeah, I still have that jacket and it is like new. And when I left the ship in Norfolk in '87, I did not stay in touch with them, and as well as some of the other guys on the ship. And about 10, 11, 12 years ago, we reconnected again via Facebook, as well as some other shipmates that I connected to via that application. And yeah, it's just so sad to see him go so young. He was full of life, like I said a minute ago, and it is very, very sad. He is now gone, but not forgotten. I'm gonna open this up again. I'm gonna show you what it looks like 10 minutes later, and then I'm gonna go work on my truck. Do you guys want to see a magic trick? Okay, so for those of you that are new to the channel, this is my 1952 Chevy truck. It's a 3100 half a ton. And when we brought it here from Jersey to upstate New York, and we were pulling it from, or pushing it from the tow truck, the wheels were kind of locked. And in the beginning, when we were pushing it here, it appeared to be fine, but halfway through, the wheels kind of locked, and it took 3 or 4 guys to push it to put it in this spot where it is now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift up the truck at all 4 corners, and I'm gonna try and turn the wheels and to try and identify where the problem is. It could be all 4 wheels, I don't know. We're about to find out. It could be just 1 wheel, 2 wheels. And this is gonna be the first time I work on this truck. From now on, at every video, I should be doing something to it to put it back on the road. Like I said at a previous video a couple of weeks ago, I plan to put this vehicle back on the road by April, May at the latest. Yeah, kind of hard. Yeah, let's go and do the other one. Yeah, very hard to do. I had the emergency brake on, but they're moving fine now. See that? I just tested the other one on the other side and it's moving good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower these. I'm going to lower the back down and I'm going to test the front tires. I'm going to block the back wheel now in case the truck wants to move backwards. There we go. Now it doesn't go anywhere. Now these are turns, but this one seems to be locked. Let's go to the other one. Let me lift it up just a tad more. Okay, so the front right wheel is fine. It seems that I have a problem with the front left wheel, or the driver's side. This tire is fine as well. It just needed a little bit of air so I can turn it. Where is it? I should know this. Okay guys, so how do you know if your engine is seized? Well, by turning the radiator fan thingy. So, yeah, I'm no mechanic, by the way. I've seen this on the internet. If you can move the crankshaft, then that tells me that the pistons are not seized and the cylinders. And I'm gonna try that here. So, yeah, everything should move. If I can't move it for any reason, that tells me that the engine is locked. Let's see. I'm gonna put my gloves on because there's a lot of sharp objects in here. Oh wow, it's turning. Yep, everything is turning. The engine is not seized. Ay caramba. Oh, the whole truck wants to turn. Look at that. Look at that, guys. When I move it over to the right, everything turns. Yep. So one thing I might do, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take out all the plugs, spray a little bit of DW40 in there, let it sit for a day. Maybe what is it? What is that liquid called? Miracle oil or something? I don't know. Something like that. I'll figure it out. So I just determined that none of the wheels are locked and the engine is not seized. I haven't started this engine or this truck in about 19 years, since about 2004. All right. Okay, that makes me happy. I'm happy with the results. I know when we pulled it into the garage a couple of years ago, when we were trying to push it all the way back, the wheel somehow locked. I don't know why. It wasn't neutral. Parking brake was off. I suspected the brakes, or God knows what it is. So I've done two things to this truck today, and over the next few months I'm going to be doing a lot more, maybe another 100 or 150 steps until it's completed. But I want to go over every nut, every bolt in this truck. I want to make sure that every system, specifically the brakes, are working up to par. So yeah, this is a truck that Charlie would have enjoyed seeing me work on. I know that he liked and old vehicles like I do, like a lot of you do. And yeah, by the way, Charlie lived in Missouri. Okay guys, with that, you all have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are, and we'll see you mañana. Bye.